And if the election has you feeling anxious, you are not alone. Mental health experts say they are seeing a spike in anxiety cases, people who are worried about an uncertain future. Sharon Roget breaking this down today.
Yeah, a new survey by the American Psychological Association found 68% of Americans say this election is a major source of stress in their life. That number has jumped from 52% in the 2016 presidential election, but some experts say that anxiety doesn't have to take over. Just 14 days before the presidential election, and many say the stakes couldn't be higher.
We're at a space right now where we're very concerned, and many people are coming and they're anxious. What is going to take place? What's going to happen? What's going to happen in my state?
Going to side with Donald Trump.
I spoke with the president of the district's Capital Pride Alliance and a member of the LGBTQ plus community.
Supreme Court nomination, even though I think that it'll go through, unfortunately, will create a very huge situation for us to be concerned with for our rights.
With the coronavirus pandemic continuing to spread, people out of work and businesses barely surviving.
With all the uncertainty that we've been living with, that already is a low level of anxiety that all of us have been dealing with since March, this just layers it up and up and up. If the issues in the election are particular to you and your interest, it could be your investments, it could be your human rights. It's hard not to feel personally affected. And the more personally affected we are, the more we care. And the more we care, the more we feel anxiety.
Licensed clinical psychologist Dr. Alicia Clark says the constant barrage of negative ads and social media posts aren't helping.
What exercises and techniques can they take on to get us through all this?
Maintaining your sleep, your diet, and your exercise are kind of the core basics. And then as far as whatever it is that you're worrying about, the most important thing is to find something that you can control. So we can't control a big election, but we can control voting. The more action we take about the things that we can control, the more we keep our anxiety at bay.
Maybe that's why we're seeing a lot of people take to the streets and protest, because it's an outlet for them.
No question. This is very much an outlet for them, not only having their voice be heard, but being in the community of like-minded people.
Channeling that anxiety into action is exactly what Smith and others are learning to do.
If you can get and do some phone banking, if you can take action on a candidate that you really believe in and say, here, I will do this. You could be a resident here in D.C. and phone bank for somebody in California. It does not matter.
Now, some basic expert tips to bring down that anxiety. Avoid dwelling on things you can't control, but focus on things you can. Have a voting plan, have an election day plan, and control your political social media consumption. Back to you.